My salary was 350 rupees that time. I did not mind even cleaning the plates, cleaning the vessels, whatever was given to me. Necessity is the mother of all invention. Show this world that I am going to be somebody in this world. Cruise gives you a lot of money. My life was a dark. I did not knew where will I land up, what will I do. But my mom, who's my God, I'll say, she's no more, but she definitely is behind me.
Ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about hospitality industry, we say that it's maybe out of fashion or maybe it's very much in fashion. But today I have with me somebody who's been absolutely very, very special and prolific. I can keep adding milestones and milestones that he has added in his career. But I would love to point out two special things. He's won a Bharat Ratna in that space, ladies and gentlemen. And he's also one of the 4 people in the state of Maharashtra to have had a PhD in the space of hospitality. In today's time, when you think that hospitality is doing this, that, etc., he conquered that space at a time when it was not even in fashion, because he himself has been a pioneer in making it fashion. I'm talking about Dr. Ananth Vaidyanathan ji, Honorable Chairman, Bhagyam Social Impact Foundation. Sir, what a pleasure it is to have you. How are you doing?
Same, yeah. Nice talking to you.
My pleasure, sir. I mentioned about 2 of your very important and prolific milestones in my introduction itself, because that would have been incomplete if I would not have mentioned. But I want to understand the beginning, because I'm sure you started your career at a time when, maybe parents would say, go for engineering, go for medical, this, that, etc., because the number of profession choices were very, very less. But you entered this space, you conquered, you dominated, and you're a true pioneer in this space today. So I want to understand your beginning in the hospitality space. Where did it all begin, and how did you actually start championing that space?
Well, my story was a different one because I lost my mom when I was 17 years old. And I was like not knowing what to do next. And immediately which struck me is food, because I felt that giving food to somebody, whether it is paid or unpaid, whatever it is. So I ventured into this hospitality industry. And when I started working for hospitality industry, I started my career as a bellboy. In those days, the bellboys were supposed to carry the luggages on the 10th floor to 11th floor. And we were not allowed with the lift. We were supposed to go on with the steps only there. So our salary at that time, that means I made say in 1997, 1998, my salary was 350 rupees that time. So, but I totally depended on the tips what I get, 5 rupees, 2 rupees also a big note that time. Nowadays it's not been seen. But slowly I ventured into that, then seeing my hard work, everything, my GM, Mr. Surya Narayana, who is my guru now. I am not able to keep in touch with him now, but then he put me as a steward in a restaurant. Seeing my English was good at that time, that's what people say to me. So I ventured into steward with a salary of around 650 rupees. Then slowly started. My interesting part was that I was able to convince customers whatever they wanted. And once upon a time, it happened so like that. One of the chairman's friend had come for a buffet in the afternoon. And the buffet was late, and the egg was with the shell laid in the buffet counter.
Oh, okay.
So I thought my job is going to go today, because it's chairman's friend. He came with the first man to lift the plate at all.
Right.
And the other guy came and told me, sir, aisa ho gaya hai. Somehow or other, the eggs have come with the shell in the buffet seat. So he was the first man. He put the egg also on the plate, and he left it and sat there. So I thought, hello, this is the end of my career in industry, looks like. So let me make an attempt. So I went to him. I said, sir, hello, sir, how are you doing like that? Then he said, what is this egg with the shell? And immediate humorous or immediate, whatever I thought. I said, sir, this is called as egg Malabar curry. You have to open it, the shell, with your own hands. And that is the typical part of it, that it tastes very good when you taste it from your own hands. And typically, he had 3 eggs like that, doing that only. opening the shell and having the egg. And that time I decided, in this industry, anything can be sold out provided you are confident in selling what you do. And that is how it went on. And I told Mr. Suryanarayan about this. He gave a quite big laugh. And he said, I'm basically a South Indian from Kerala. I did my studies in Don Bosco, Chennai. I did my hotel management IHM Bangalore. So slowly I started my career. This went like this. And then I suddenly shifted over to Bangalore as a steward in kitchen. I'm a good cook, actually. So I was in kitchen stewarding, cooking in Ramanashri Hotels, which is one of the big hotels in Bangalore. So I used to do all kind of jobs. Did not mind, though I do not know. I did not mind even cleaning the plates, cleaning the vessels, whatever was given to me, because I wanted work. I was hungry for work because necessity is the mother of all inventions.
Absolutely.
So that time my hunger was to show this world that I am going to be somebody in this world. Because I lost my mom. After 2-3 years, I lost my father. So it was all coming across as a very, very bad structure, which I have to prove to the world. Then I started cooking. Then my mother's style cooking I watched. So I used to cook good Kerala food. We used to have Kerala Food Festival and all those things. And slowly it went on, and went on. Then at the end of the day, it's a city of everybody wants to go to Goa. So I decided to go to Goa, and I started in a hotel called Icon International, where I was given a 18,000 rupees salary job, and I was being put as a banquet manager in charge. So there I learned about banqueting. How do you take bookings? What do you do? That was really the start of the original career, where in a on a managerial position I started. Because after that time I was in a semi-skilled worker.
Yes.
Then after the skilled worker, which shows the management that this is what the revenue you get for an hotel. This is what you can pull in, this much of revenue. The management was impressed, because I used to sell. Because see, anything you sell, at the end of the day, you should be able to sell as by calling it as a horse. That is what all about selling is. That I was good at. That's what my GM told me. So there it went on. Then I said, now this is also now working. I had a big challenge of going into cruise. That is how I landed in Mumbai in the year 1999 with just 3,500 rupees in my pocket. But my main aim was to go in the cruise, because I was told that cruise gives you a lot of money. I was hungry for money. To be very honest, let me be very honest.
How it is, the world runs.
The world runs. So, because I wanted to show to my relatives, I wanted to show to everybody, yes, Ananth has done it. Because in my family, everybody, I used to, not a single person in the hospitality industry. So I thought, let me do this. So I came and I went to cruise, and Royal Caribbean I went, and I was told, to get into a ship, you have to go through a course, which is costing 18,000 rupees. By that time, my 3,500 has come to 2,200, because I stayed one night at Ratna International in Goregaon. That was 1,000 rupees per day. So I said, oh my God, this is 18,000. The first dream is gone, because I don't have money. And I had relatives that time, but I don't have contact numbers and all this stuff. So then people said, yeah, English is good. So at that time, these call centers were becoming very, very famous.
Right.
So there was one interview put across in Mira Road. I took all the way. Believe me, that is the first and the last time I boarded a Mumbai local. I could carry the luggage in the peak hours. At 6 o'clock was the interview. I could carry all the luggage and went there.
Yeah.
And they said, your English is all good, Mr. Anand, but you have an accent, South Indian accent.
Right.
This will not work out when you speak to a person in US. So you have to change the accent, for which there is a course. This is a 6 months course, which costs you 63,000 rupees. By that time, I was 1,200 rupees down. So I came to Juhu Beach, the poor man's, heaven. That's what I call it as. So I slept there in Juhu Beach. That time it was now Novadale. That time it was Holiday Inn. So I slept behind that only, seeing the water coming. My life was a dark. I did not knew where will I land up, what will I do. Because all my two ventures, all are gone now. Now, either I have to go back to Goa or I have to start a fresh career once again from Mumbai. So I slept for 2 days. Then third day, I had finished all the money what I had. I did not have money to eat my food. But my mom, who's my God, I'll say, she's no more, but she definitely is behind me. And she used to tell me, Ananth, whenever you feed, what do you call, whenever you feel you are hungry, I am called as Kondai. Kondai is a pet name in Kerala. We don't call it as by name, but a pet name you have, nickname you have. So you used to tell me when you are very, very hungry and when you feel like you don't have any money to eat or when you're hungry, you put a wet cloth in your stomach and sleep. That will not give you more hungriness.
No.
So I went with a towel, pulled the towel on the Juhu beach, made the cloth wet and slept it like that. But things went on. The next day, it could not tolerate. I could not tolerate much. So I went to a small hotel. I ate fully stomach and I told the owner, boss, I don't have money. If you want me to work, I can work anything. Utility you want me to work, I'm ready to do utility. If you want me to do in tandoor, I can give you 40 rotis per hour. I can do in tandoor also. He, seeing my face, he told me, Mr. Vaidyanathan, I don't think that is your cup of tea. I know you will give me the money, but till the time you get your job, you start eating here. But I did not have the guts to ask him what about the accommodation. Because once somebody gives you shelter, somebody gives you food, you cannot ask him for accommodation also. So I went to once again, he gave me food. I hats off to that uncle. He's a Bengali only. And I don't know, I have been searching for him. I'm not able to see him after that. But he said, I will take money from you. In your first salary, I will take money from you. Nice person, morning, afternoon, evening. He used to come, whatever he used to serve, the same food he used to give me. No partialities, nothing. Not even a single rupee he has taken. My hats off to that guy. So I went, the police cops came. That time, these bombs and all were getting splashed out in Mumbai. So police gave me a lathi charge and they said, tomorrow I should not see you here sleeping or whatever it is there. Then there is also this thing, I don't know whether somebody remember, big break which comes in midday on Thursdays, which will tell you where some opportunities there. That time I saw an opportunity in Juhu Gymkhana Club where the elite peoples of Mumbai stay, like Dharmendra, Diols, Amitabh Bachchans, all those are members of Juhu Gymkhana Club. There it was the last line the ad said, accommodation provided. So that was a boom for me. So I went inside and I gave interview and I thought accommodation is much important now. So I started my career with 3,500. When I was getting 18,000 in Goa, I started at 3,500 rupees once again as a senior captain in Juhu Gymkhana Club, opposite the Juhu bus stand. Then I worked that for 3 years. I became an operation manager at a salary of 40,000 rupees. Touch wood, I can tell you, my mother's blessings, God's blessings, I have not seen back after those days. This is how I started my career, and I believe strongly Aditi Devo Bhava has been my mantra. So anybody coming to Juhu Gymkhana will definitely ask for, where is Ananth? Because I used to serve them alcohol or food, whatever, before they going and making themselves comfortable, before they coming to the table, the drink would be on the table. That much memory power I had. And that made me, that's how the career began.
Wow, very, very inspiring. And I think it's not just the professional part, whatever you have done in terms of, just the education, but this side of the story was not known to me and I'm sure was not known to the audience, right? Where you literally had to kind of negotiate in terms of your finances, etc. Very, very inspiring. You mentioned this mantra that sir, hamesha ye raha hai ki atiti devo bhava, right? So my next question would be a follow-up to that pointer, which is, how did you always in your entire life ensure that there's extremely, extremely smooth guest coordination throughout, while also ensuring that there's operational efficiency? Because both are like parallel lines, right? They go hand in hand, but they never really meet. It's very difficult to make them meet. So, but you kind of did that pretty well and successfully, right? How did you manage to do that?
That's what I always say to my colleagues as well. Once a customer should be a lifelong customer. He should ask for us, where is this guy? He should be impressed in such a way. And any customer for that matter, the food matters. I don't deny with it.
Absolutely.
The presentation matters. Everything matters. But the service, the hospitality, the way you approach them, the way you be courteous to them. See, everybody had their own problems in life, right? And they come for an evening drink or evening some kind of with a friend. So they have to relax a bit. If I also don't show my face with my smile and with my hospitality, they will get irritated automatically. They'll feel what kind of a place. At ultimatum, it is Jew Gymkhana, one of the prestigious club in Mumbai.
Right.
And for me, it is Mumbai which has made me grow whatever I am today. So I owe all this to my Mumbaikars. And whenever I treat my stewards also, whatever is there, I tell them, boss, paisa kamane ke liye Mumbai mein bahut, there are so many ways to make money. But be obedient, be faithful, be honest. And be nice to a person. That will give you the results. God is watching. So if you've been be very, sir, leke aata hu. Usse acha. See, there are two ways of saying. Same thing I can tell you. Are, pani leke aa rahe. Are, thoda pani leke aana hai.
Bilkul,
I believed in the second thing.
Absolutely.
I did not opt for the first thing. I believed in the second thing because the customer is paying for it and we are paid for it. As simple as that.
Right.
If you don't believe in that, then you cannot survive in this industry. You have to always think the customer is the king. Whatever he does it right, whatever he does it wrong. We have seen good customers, we have seen the worst customers. But I will not call him worst, but I will call him because his life has been like that, and if he has money, drinks or whatever he has had, he gets frustrated. So it is our duty to take care of him in a better way, put him in the car, tell the driver, go, saab to zyada ho gaya hai. That is our responsibility. If I have taken the guest, left in their home, where the wife has said, thank you so much, आप मेरे husband को लेके आके घर तक छोड़ा हुआ है. So because, see, Mumbai kind of world now, there are many type of people who walk in. Many wanted free, many wanted everything. Some people wanted everything free, but that is not possible because I am also working for an organization.
Absolutely.
So all these things, all these experiences, all these goods and bads made me a man who thought that, of course, I am here to do something good for the industry and this will fetch me results.
Absolutely.
That was my attitude towards the hospitality industry.
I think so very nice. And I think what I've learned from your answer over here is that you might be doing a job and you might have a certain KRA in terms of key roles and responsibilities. But the real championing stuff happens when you do stuff beyond your comfort zone as well. Like, it was not your responsibility to drop that person home, right? But you want to ensure that that person remembers you for all the good reasons, which is such a very important effort to put, right? But do you think that the times that you were talking about, so technology was just shaping up, it was just starting to come in, right? I think I would say that technology was less, the human touch and the human emotion part was a little more. And your reference to that story is it's a classic reference to that. But in today's time, technology is only evolving and getting better. You have AI, you have this, that, etc. You have hotel booking literally through apps and everything, right? So I want to understand that, how do you see the technology kind of shaping up in today's time in the hospitality space? And how is it going to take the industry forward? Do you think that human touch will perhaps be a little missing going forward because of this technology boom?
So Sujit, what I want to say is, technology keeps on increasing, keeps on updating you, whatever it does. But a personal touch from a human being to a human being,
Correct,
really matters more. Now, that time there were KOT books, which is kitchen order ticket, BOT books, which is bar order ticket, which we write and we give it. Now there are apps, there are so many things. But at the end of the day, if you don't give your personal touch to the customer,
very right.
this apps is not going to help you. His reviews, hardly people read reviews. They read reviews, they will read only the bad reviews. Good reviews, people don't applaud. Only few applaud. Bad reviews, everybody have a pinch towards that. If one writes bad, then the 10 will write bad. It doesn't mean that one writes good, 20 will write good.
Yeah.
So simple as such. The app is nothing but it's a It's a created now. It's because everybody wants to go as per the latest technologies. Of course, it has made the job easier. But again, I'll say it is a human touch. And still, if you serve with a plate and go to the table and give him in his self, please enjoy your dinner. That gives you more than telling on a mic or than telling, sir, your dinner has come, your coupon number is so and so, this is what it is, sir, please put your review after the. This is all, he is come for a leisure time. You cannot go and ask him, please say, write your review in this app. That's not his cup of tea, actually. It is for him to come and have dinner and go. He will write a comment card, yeah, very good, that's all. That is more than enough for us. See, if you have done a good job, you know it better.
Yeah.
Your conscience knows better. There is no kind of a publicity required for it. The customer is watching you. You are watching the customer. The customer is knowing what you're doing. That is the satisfaction. Simple. Don't believe in all these reviews and all this stuff. These stuffs are all man-made reviews. Actually, to be very honest, I might be a little arrogant in this, but I would like to tell it. There are so many people who write their own reviews and post it in the social platform.
And it's so understandable. The way it's
Today it is everybody. But now a kid also understands it is a paid tutorial. It is what this has come.
Right.
It is Zomato, Swiggy, whatever it's come. But up till the time when you used to take parcel to the home, there are people on Diwali day, they used to buy pamphlets and give me. Then we used to take parcels. Sometimes the parcel guy is not there. But now how many people in Swiggy and Zomato, they don't give any tips. We get 20 to 30 rupees tips when they go with the parcel because that is a personal touch. Here, Swiggy or Zomato or Dunso, whatever. This is all technology improving. One way it is good. It is for the youngsters to improve. But again, repeatedly, it is the personal touch and your personal involvement towards your work which pays.
Sir, you mentioned this part and it's so very important. Sometimes I also go to restaurants and, I would love it if, the person who's in charge would give me like the menu card and be like, sir, these are our specialities, try this. I can give you personal guarantee. I would love that personal connection a lot more than somebody telling me, sir, you can scan it for the menu and all, right? Because that guest experience is much more important as a customer to me. In today's time, the hospitality industry, I really doubt if they have that level of guest experiences, perhaps the kind of guest experiences that you or stalwarts like you others have had, right? So my next question is that can you kindly point out one specific, I'm sure you have had so many in your illustrious career, but if I ask you to pick just one very, very special and memorable guest experience that you can still think of and be like, hey, agar aapko pucha jaye ki what is that one guest experience that you have that has stayed very close to your heart the most, which one would you pick, sir? If you could just share that incident shortly.
See, I would like to tell you here, till date, I have, many of my customers have clear-cutly told me, Ananth, you get me what is the best. Number one. Trust. Number two, ऐसा कुछ मेनू से आप मेनू में रखता हूँ टेबल पे कोई मेनू देखता नहीं actually. This fellow will give us the better. There is a steamed fish with green sauce, which was very well hit in Juhu Gymkhana, which I myself invented, telling the chef this has to be made like this because it is good for health when you steam the fish and put the sauce about it. So everybody, then it started monkey see, monkey do. So one person sees that, and if I'm with on due respect to every customer. Yeah. So once they see that, they secondly thought, okay, this is going. See, one table attracts a brownie with ice cream goes to a table with a smoke. Then 10 tables follow that.
Absolutely, I agree. It's a pattern and shape.
So one of my best experience was that there was a doctor who had some family problems. I do not know what is his problem. Rather, I did not bother to ask him about because it's his personal life.
Absolutely.
So I just asked him, sir, are you not very high? I feel so you are very high. Because he was eating ice cubes as a side dish. So I felt bad and I asked him, sir, can I get you something from the kitchen? Because you have had more drinks, your stomach should be hungry. It was in the afternoon one day.
Oh.
So he said, no. मेरे को जिंदगी क्या जीने का ये क्या करने का. फिर मैं बोला सर मेरा उम्र इतना नहीं है आपको एडवाइस करने के लिए. आप तो डॉक्टर है. You should be taking care of the patients. Whereas you have come here in an afternoon that the sun is shining, you are having hot drinks. What will happen, sir? Just imagine you have your kids. And by 7th, his head went down. And I was a little afraid because then I said, sir, this man has to be given something into his stomach. I asked the kitchen to make a simple dal and rice. And I myself feeded that gentleman on his mouth. Because I felt something has to go inside his stomach now. Because otherwise, what might happen, I did not see what will happen. But I thought some eating food, something is necessary for his stomach. Because he has drunk 7 drinks without adding anything. Just a little of soda, and ice cubes, and eating the same ice cubes. So this was a very touchy point. Again, then I took his phone. I called his wife. His wife came to do Gymkhana. And then they took him away. And this was one kind of an experience like that. Many are there. But
Which year was this, sir?
This was somewhere in 2002. So there are many instances like that where people lose their control, but we as being servants to them, because I always feel we are servants of our customers. I always feel like, this man should remember. Of course, next time when he came, he did not even remember me. That is immaterial for me, immaterial for him as well. But I thought, okay, I am doing something good, let me do it. That's what my thought process was. I did not do it for applause. I did not do it for, this man will go and tell 10 people so that people will come to my table. No. That time we had the tips. It was a gold tip. We have 2 types of tips. One is individual tip. One is gold tip, where the gold tip goes to the boxes. And it is shared among all the people who are working in the restaurant. But nowadays, those things are all not there. This is all whatever wants, the people take it and go. So there are many instances where I can say some bunch of people come, they tell them an order for 15 people. So it is a massive task for me to give them drinks, food, main course, desserts, everything within a span of 45 minutes time. 45 minutes or 1 hour. So that's what is the time span. They want to go urgently, they have some flights, So like this, there are many customers. But again, I tell you repeatedly, I can all tell you this, the human touch plays a major role. And if it is good food, he will next time come to you only. He will ask you, which table are you serving? I will come and sit in that table only. He will wait for me. Like, I waited for you. The same way it is. So people do wait for me. Where is Ananth? Let him come. So that is the extravaganza touch which we give when you are getting very personalized to your person, or when you like a person very much and you know this person will deliver better, then you definitely knew that customer of yours is going to be a lifelong customer. And believe me, these are the customers who made me as an operation manager within 3 years. I was having 82 staffs after that. I was a senior captain. Then I had 82 staffs. I used to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I used to close at 12 o'clock in the night. Fast food I used to see the lunch. I used to see the dinner, then go to bed. Because for me, tips played a major role. Because I had this good dresses wearing, all times coat wearing. I used to present myself very good because I always believe presenting yourself matters much in this industry.
100%.
Boy, I used to present myself in such a way. So people are applauded for it. That's how this is what it is.
I must point out to our audience 2 very special key takeaways from whatever sir said right now. One is being unconditional. Whatever that man was taking, right? He would have paid his money from a simple hospitality point of view. You would just care about the commercials. Paise aa rahe, that's what matters. But you chose to have that emotion at the right place. You chose कि आपको लगा कि he should have some food. So you were very unconditional about it and you had that emotion. So very important that in today's hospitality space as well, you take it forward because that is what people are going to remember. Like sir mentioned, he did not do it for the applause. He did not even care if the person would remember it the next day, but it was for his own conscience. He thought and he decided that it would be the right thing and he's clear to his conscience. That is what matters the most. I am not the most ideal person to give advice in the hospitality space, but you definitely are. So what do you see the young professionals doing in today's time, and what is that one advice that you would love to give them, which you feel if they follow, they might make the industry a lot better place to thrive and, kind of dominate?
See, youngsters nowadays, everybody wants fast money now. Okay. Particularly after this corona, everybody wants fast money. People want to become managers directly. That is not possible, number one. First of all, you should have a complete knowledge about what is industry, first of all. You should have cleaned the plates. You should have come from scratch. That is how this industry works. So now I find there are some guys, I don't deny with that, there are some guys who have a law, girls particularly, more than the guys, girls particularly, have a very great ambition to become as a big professional in hospitality industry. I've seen general managers become as girls. General managers who were as stewards before have become as girls of Trident and whatever 5-star hotels also. But now upcoming generation want fast money. They don't work on time. They don't come on time. For us and all, timing was a big, what do you call it?
Discipline.
The in time is counted, not the outgoing time is not counted while we were working. We might work for 12 hours, we might work for 14 hours. But now people come exactly later also, they want to go in time to their home. They have their food habits differently. We used to eat only dal chawal, that was our food because that was also given complimentary by the hotel. So we cannot demand. Now everybody wants this, that. Of course, the industry is flourishing, because there is a boom in the industry. But down the line, what we used to work, what we used to get job satisfaction. See, at the end of the day, it's the question of job satisfaction, gentlemen. Money can be earned, right? Are you getting the satisfaction of what you're doing is right or wrong? That's $1 million question. So the youngsters, I will still say, work hard, work smart. Not work hard, work smart.
Absolutely.
Be very nice to the customers. Let the customer remember you. And believe in what you do in what you believe. That's it, simple. Love what you do what you love. And if you are not fitting into, and if you feel my salary is less or what, don't spoil the whole broth. You do not, if your customer is coming, तो आपका angry है, पगार नहीं मिल रहा है, ये नहीं मिल रहा है, वो पूरा customer वो ऊपर चढ़ा हुआ माता. If you fit for the industry, stay back. There are so many avenues in Mumbai, kind of a place where you can switch over. Don't come for the sake of working. Don't come for the sake of telling people that I'm working in a hotel. Don't come for the sake of just for tips. Don't come for the sake of only for salary. Dedicate yourself, determine yourself, and think that I am going to show some this industry that I am going to grow big. If that ambition, that determination, that dedication is there, any guy in this matter can grow big. See, it is not a question of studies or anything. It is a question of maturity. It is a question of behavior. It is a question of decorum. It is a question of discipline.
Absolutely.
If I work for a hotel, if I do good, the customer also is very, very smart guys now. They have also started opening hotels. So they'll say, मेरा hotel में आ जाएगा ही क्या? But you be confident with your boss you are working for. Then try to switch over to some other hotel. You cannot, see, एक हमारा कहावत एक है, नमक किधर खाया उधर ही पानी पीना पड़ेगा. अब नमक खाया तो पानी पीना ही पड़ेगा. So नमक इधर खाएगा, दूसरा होटल में जाके पानी पिएगा, आप सोचिए तो you are ditching both of them. That's my request to the youngsters. I teach them, I preach them, whatever. But preach what you practice, practice what you preach.
100%.
But my simple thing, I tell the youngsters, boss, you're good, but you can be furthermore be good. I motivate like that. I don't say you're bad. I say you're good, but you can be much more better, much more better, much more better. We try to teach, but again the abroad chances come, they fly off.
I think, like some mentioned, namak, pani, loyalty is very important. If you're loyal, the universe also takes note of that, and it gives you in manifolds, in humongous ways that you can't even imagine. It's just about dedication, passion, obsession towards your passion, a lot of things, right? With all these youngsters and everyone coming in together, next 5-10 years, if I ask you in one line, where do you see the hotel industry, the hospitality industry going? What would be your take, sir?
It will grow. It will grow. Everybody is wanting to invest money on hotels. See, ultimatum is to double the money.
Right.
It is the money which is playing a major role. 50% of the people might think money and job satisfaction has to be there. Otherwise, most of the people come only for money. See, in India, if you see, 70% of the people see what is happening. 10% of the people see, oh, it is happening, good. The other 10% see, acha, it is happening. There are only 10% of people who make things happen. They are called as rhinos. They bounce back. So that 10% only remains now. 90% is totally dedicated only to get money, make the hotel, prestige issue, your ego is compromised, your relatives are getting happy because you have opened a hotel. But at the end of the day, it is not every man's cup of tea. It is not that running a house and running a hotel is the same. House is something different, hotel is something different. So people have to understand that. Hey, I'm starting an industry which is a huge industry in this world, which has had so many branches. You can state for something like a person like who invented Domino's or they are put into chains, they are put into Pizza Hut or whatever, they have multiplied the chains. This is not that they are making profit out of it, but they want that brand to be established.
Right.
So that's how it is. People with a lot of money come inside, show off. At the same time, there are 20 hotels opening, 25 hotels shutting.
I agree.
This is a bad patch. But again, people are doing it, investing 2-3 crores and not able to do business. See, one thing I'll tell you, important thing for a hotel is the location. Where you are spotted. If you are spotted in a beautiful location, people will come to you. If the service is good, if your food is good, you are the man. People will... See, everybody have money in Bombay. People are ready to spend as much they want.
Right.
But your way of approach towards it, your way of putting forth the food towards them, your style of working towards them, your tastiest food, your presentation, all those things matters now. कोई बिकती है वही बिकती है, सिंपल है. अभी इडली सब कुछ तक इडली बहुत कुछ आ गया है. Still the Rameshwaram cafe in Bangalore has expanded so beautifully because of their neatness. Everybody wants now. Before neatness means ऐसा वैसा चल जाती है. अभी neatness कुछ nothing will happen. So instead of getting into industry just for money, have some dedication, put yourself on the job, get trained in some other 5-star hotel, know the job, come to the industry. That is what it is just a request. It is not, I am such a big man to tell to other people why you have to come to this industry, why not, you should not come to. It's a humble request, everyone. You come to the industry, you make this industry grow. If I am happy, everybody is happy. But don't come only for money.
Agree. Sir, I have to ask you this thing. Given the profession that you are, even if somebody is not an extrovert, they have to be an extrovert, right? Because you got to open up, you got to make your guests feel happy and comfortable around you. But by nature, what are you? Are you more of an extrovert? Are you more of an introvert? Are you somewhere in the middle, ambivert?
A good question, actually. I'm sometimes an introvert, let me call it myself like that way. Because sometimes you have to be. Just speaking, just getting into a crowd to show off yourself is nothing but blowing your own trumpet. Sometimes you have to be introvert, sometimes you have to... See, there are different roles played in this industry. You can be as good, you can be as bad. So introvert, extrovert, I try to be little... I believe that both the things are mandatory for this industry. In certain times, you have to be extrovert. Certain times, you have to be an introvert. In that way, if you call me, sometimes I'm an introvert, most of the time, because I think apart from the customer, if somebody else was to patch up with me nowadays, it should be for some kind of a, some kind of help he is looking from me, or some kind of a... See, this is something which is a very rare question asked upon. Nice, you pointed out that. But it is better to be introvert whenever it is possible. That is what I feel like.
There's this kahawat ki it's always about giving it back to the society, right? When you came to Mumbai from Goa, leaving your comfort zone behind, starting a new life afresh, you had good people around you who took care of you, right? And they have played a significant pivotal role behind you being what you are today, right? I feel that because you have also achieved a lot in life, you're trying to give it back in that way to the universe. And I believe it's my feeling that maybe your very, very new baby, when I say baby, I mean Bhagyam Social Impact Foundation. That's a strive and effort towards that direction, right? I would love to know more about it, what you're trying to do with that, how you're trying to make a difference to the society with that.
See, Bhagyam is my mother's name. My mother's name is Bhagyalakshmi. She was very nice to everyone. So I wanted to start this a long time pending. This was because I knew as if you are hungry, your knowledge will not work. You will not be able to do anything. So my main cause of starting this Bhagyam foundation was to keep in mind that nobody in this Mumbai has given me a lot. Let me be repeatedly saying that. I'm repeating this because I feel any person going to bed in the night should not go hungry. Number one. A father and mother will go hungry to the bed, but they will not want the child to go hungry because it's their own womb, the mother's own womb, the child is born. So some or other they will try to manage. For which some people steal, whatever, but that has to be stopped. That can be done only by, because in Corona time also, I got an opportunity to serve 200 people every day for 2 years I served. Because I know what is the feeling of an hungry man. I have felt it myself. And if you see, in going to hospitals, if you see, there are so many people who want to live life. Because of payment, because of money, the doctors say you can be discharged. They go to their home, they die in 3-4 days. Because the medical treatment was not affordable to them. Bhagyam Social Impact Foundation is something about helping those people who want medicines, helping those people who want food, helping the girl child who wants education, helping the girl child in the rural areas to give proper washrooms, helping the peoples who are definitely wanting to do much better and better and better. There are see, God has given everything, something to everybody. If someone is handicapped, he might be very good in some other thing. So this kind of things we want to do. There are certain bodies after death, the body is just left behind. There is no ambulance to take to the crematorium. We wanted to buy some ambulances, give free ambulances to those peoples who can the body. See, at the end of the day, it is one man coming, 4 people carrying. Practicality. So if we, at the comfort zone, whatever life he has lived is something different. But at least after his death, I feel that he should be comfortably going to the place where he belongs to. See, when we were born with so much of anxiety. The mother was expecting, fathers were expecting, the relatives were expecting. But when you die, only few are there. Only very few. Countable, let me tell you. I mean what I'm saying. Only countable peoples. To see in your crematorium, there are only big people for big shot like celebrities, politicians, everybody, because they want to show off the faces in the cameras. But a common man, a middle class man, many sons don't come for the final, to do the final rites. They put it in Skype, or they put it in video calling and see whatever you want to do there, you do there, I'll send the money. But is the father going to be happy? The father and mother who has expired, after all, they have given him the life. He is in America. It is his duty to come and see the parents. So all these things we wanted to do it. And I cannot force a man to come, but at least I will see that the person who dies is taken till the crematorium, burnt in a very, very, decent way that he doesn't feel. And after that, whatever happens for 4 days or 5 days or 6 days, which is done, I would like to play as a role of a person who is there to care for people who have expired after their death. First of all, I will never want to make them die if there is a shortage on the medicine expenses, on the hospital bed expenses, or anything of that sort, this Bhagyam Social Impact Foundation will help for it, which will give them money, which will give them whatever. But whatever will be given only to the hospitals directly. It will not be given to any individual peoples. Whatever payments are being made will be paid only to the end user, end customer, and not to the patients or home savers. There, food, shelter, washrooms, girl studies. See, if you see in rural area, Jawahar, those areas, there are girls who are walking and going for 17 to 18 kilometers to school. We plan to give cycles to them. So this is my major focus area. There are some women who are at home who don't have sewing machines. If we give them a 5,000, 7,000 rupees sewing machine, they can make a life out of it. So these are the things which I wanted. And believe me, this is one of the organization which is registered with Corporate Affairs, Government of India. We have all the legal things which has already been taken care. So this is a big, that is why I kept it as an impact. This will create an impact with everyone. And we are not going to force anybody to give us donations. If they are willing to give, they can give it in the name. We are not going to ask. Whatever we have, we will spend for it. After all, this Mumbai has given me whatever I am today. So I am a big time Lions Club member. I'm from the member to the ZC to president to Roy to the regional chairman. Up till that level, I even contested for the governor's post for Mumbai. But again, politics played its own role there. So that I thought this is not my cup of tea, because I don't want to get into politics and all those stuff. I want to maintain myself. That's why I say introvert, extrovert, what a difference it is. I want to be having a calm life with my life, doing good for people, helping people. See, sometimes in life, no, when you are not thinking about anything also, you will feel happy. You know why? Somebody somewhere is blessing you. Because you have one time helped them. You have given them food or you have given them education. I know there are a son who met with an accident in Talgar. The father was a Nepali. They did not have money. I made that boy get into the hospital, paid money, everything did. And that boy is now working in a hotel. This creates an impact. And that father calls me on my birthday, wishes me. This gives me happiness. It is not that only money is required. I understand that. But we will run. I know there are many people I have in my contacts. They will help me, whatever I... But I am not going to ask. They feel they want to help. There is exemption from all income taxes, whatever we have started. PG. So that is all there. They want the impact. They will help it out. Recently, we distributed some 100 shawls to people who are having chill. So there are so many things we plan to do. Bhagyam Social Impact Foundation will one day or other still will sit with you, and I will have an elaborate story to tell you what are the things we have done, because I don't want to publicize. I just wanted to make it myself, my conscience clear. Yes, I have done a good job. See, मेरा मैयत जाने का समय 10 लोग मेरे को आशीर्वाद देना मांगता है. I don't want people to tell me this man lived a life and went off. This man created an impact in the social. This man out of his own. See, for me, I did it myself, all myself. Now also I am doing it myself only. I have one Mr. Ajay Arora, who is also a partner in this Social Impact Foundation. So it is all done only with the lining on the... See, simple as such. Do good, be good. That's all I can say. But my company now, Touch of Class, for which I am a CEO, we do so many hotels. Touch of Class was the one company where I started my career as a steward. So I kept my company's name as Touch of Class. So I am the CEO of the company and the chairman of Bhagyam Social Impact Foundation. These are the two ventures I'm really looking upon into focusing on, full focus on this.
Yeah.
Bhagyam Impact Foundation. And this will grow into numbers, and we will save lives, we will give food to people, we will give education, and we will see that nobody goes hungry in the night to the bed.
How wonderful. How wonderful, really. 25 years you've given to the industry, or maybe more. And it's still, I feel that any industry stalwart never really leaves that particular industry, या तो वो उसी इंडस्ट्री में रह के वो काम करते हैं या फिर उसके इर्द गिर्द काम करते हैं, right? It's like the life of cricketers. They get into commentary or they get into coaching, right? Each and every moment of your 25 years plus experience in this hospitality space, do you consider it that it has truly shaped you to be the human that you are?
Absolutely. No doubt on that. Question does not arise. This, whatever I'm planning to do, foundation, Bhagyam Social Impact Foundation. See, the root was created by the hospitality industry only. That grew. See, rose is beautiful, but it has to grow. That is why I always say you have to grow in your life. Rose is beautiful, small it is beautiful, big it becomes, it flutters. But again, it has to grow. So hospitality industry has taught me so many things. I have given so many offers, so many opportunities to people. I have got so many opportunities from abroad, which I decided. I believe on my country, that is India, and I stand by with my country. So I would have gone for 2-3 holidays. I would have gone for holidays, but never I have worked with any abroad companies till time. And I wish I don't get an opportunity anymore, or I don't want to get into any abroad companies. I want to make this proud, and I want to make India proud. That's what is the total impact.
Sir, like we always understand that, life has its own ups and downs, complications, this, that, etc. How do you look at life complications? Do you see it
Well,
like
I see
it will come and go, doesn't really matter? Are you like very unfazed with every challenge that comes your way?
I have taken always life as a challenge only. If you would have heard me out rightly and understood rightly, I always feel life is a challenge. Goods and bads do happen. I have seen the worst time in my life. I have seen, and now also sometimes worst days happen. Every day is not Diwali. So there are good days, there are bad days. But I always feel even my enemy should not have anything as called as a bad day. Everybody should be good. You be good. Everybody will be good. And I feel like if challenge is not there, no, he will not be sitting here. I will not be sitting here. If everything is father's money and mother's money, no, then we'll all be just wandering life. BMW है, 10 लोग है पीछे काम करने के लिए है, मैं बिंदास आदमी हूँ. No. You have to work hard. You have to prove yourself in life. Life is once, my dear. If you don't work for you, though your father might have, your mother, whatever your properties you have, you start from scratch. And when you grow, no, that time you will feel, oh, I have done it myself. That job satisfaction is what every human being has to get. And that is what I am getting. And that is what I want everybody to enjoy that. Not by property hai, ye hai, wo hai. Whatever you have to do for yourself. That gives a beautiful that you will come to know. You are younger. You will come to know when you start working in a larger scale.
Sir, in the hospitality space, it's very difficult. At the end of the day, each and every individual, they have their own self-respect, right? But sometimes customers get angry, they have their own mood swings, etc. So, usually a lot of times, maybe you all are at the receiving end. So how do you ensure that you maintain your self-respect in that space? Is a very important question for hospitality industry people, that how do you ensure that you maintain your self-respect and at the same time, you don't cross that line or boundary, which makes your guest feel uncomfortable or maybe insulted or anything like that? Because self-respect is also important. You can't take anything that comes your way, but at the same time, you got to have that balance, right? So how do you think people can strike that balance?
See, gentlemen, I'll tell you here, even a beggar should be and must be and has his own self-respect. Everybody is born as a human being. Somebody go higher, somebody go missing, somebody miss the train. When the station comes where you have to get down, you will have to get down. Simple logic for my life is. So my humor is what makes me, if somebody shouts at me, I take it as the smile. I said, sir, बहुत अच्छा बात कर रहे हो सर आप. क्या बात है, क्या मैसेज दिया सर. वो बोलेगा नहीं ये अच्छा नहीं है, ये नहीं है. Yeah, some people who say cockroaches come in the food, what not. Sir, cockroach किधर से आया? See, it is the question of how humorous you put it across. At the end of the day, you should be happy. Compliment is the biggest word. Free is a magical word. Those things happens must here. But self-respect, yes. I give self-respect. And if somebody doesn't give you self-respect, you should just walk away from them. Try to convince them. And if he is not getting convinced, and if he is in his own way of doing things, try to be humorous. Try your maximum. I believe in 3 C's: convince, confuse, or confess. I try all the 3. I try to convince, I try to confuse, I try to confess. I am sorry, sir. I might be wrong. My apologies to you. This is the final word. Then too, if he doesn't understand that, I have got nothing to say. I say, साहब नमस्ते कर लो, माफ़ी कर लीजिएगा, हम लोग मिलते हैं. मैं बोल रहा हूँ, ऐसा बोला हुआ आदमी को दूसरा जगह से मैं मिला भी हुआ हूँ, in a different style, where he has seen me coming from my car and I have seen him go very bad in his life. That also I have seen in my life. So better, see, whomsoever, your kid, whomsoever has to be self-respected. If self-respect is not there, no, there is no question of you making money or I making money. That is a simple thing.
So many important key takeaways from this podcast, and I think one must learn the art of humility. Like sir mentioned that there was this one gentleman who was telling him this, that, etc., and then tables had turned. Why? Because you were humble at times when things were not really good, and you were also humble. You are still humble at a time when, touched by God's grace, things are good, right? Which is a very important understanding towards the fact that you have your emotions in the right place. तभी जाके इंसान humble बन सकता है at his highs as well, right? My last question to you, sir, would be that how emotional of a person are you? Because the kind of things that you're doing today to make a difference to the world, to the society, only an emotional person, or maybe when I say emotional, I don't mean it in a negative way, but somebody who has his emotions in the right place and who's not just about myself, but is about you and others, right? I want to know how emotional, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much will you give yourself in terms of your emotional quotient, and how emotional are you in general?
See, I am a little emotional guy. You asked me the very right thing. Because I feel that emotional, you become only the people who you love them, whom you like them. And you go that extra mile to take care of them. And if there are 1 or 2 peoples, I have not a list of peoples to get emotional. I have 1 or 2 people who I always believe and who have helped me in everything. So I get emotional when they are not feeling good or anything of that sort. Otherwise, if I see poor people, I always think, see, emotion is what happens within you, from you, inside you. It is not an actor like a glycerin डाल के आंख से पानी आ जाती है. हमको तो ऑटोमेटिकली पानी आती है, माशाल्लाह आ गया तो. So you can call it 7 marks, you can call it 8 marks, you can call it 10 of 10, but it is all only for good. It is not for getting emotional. शोबाजी के लिए है ही नहीं बिल्कुल. आंख से ऑटोमेटिकली आता रहती है. बहुत लोग बोलते हैं पानी पी लो, बट मैं बोलता हूँ पानी पिया तो भी वो पानी आता है. ज़्यादा पानी पिया तो ज़्यादा पानी आता है. सिंपल है. Emotional में हो जाता हूँ. I am a little emotional guy. Because once you love somebody and once you show a lot of, when you are working for somebody and you are thought that you have only life for them or you are living up to them only, and suddenly they try to break up or suddenly, that time I get more emotional. I even go and ask them, why are you doing like this? Don't do this. To that level I have gone. Because I don't leave people. There are people who have worked with me for 16, 17 years. They have not left the job. I treat them as people with my own house. So I am little emotional. Of course, I should agree with you.
You know, there's a saying, ladies and gentlemen, when they say that the real caliber and identity of a human being is understood by how long his people or how long his staff have been around that person, right? उसी से उस इंसान का nature समझ में आ जाता है. I think it's been a very, very insightful podcast. Whoever believes in the art of self-belief, whoever has doubts, sir came with just 3,000 odd rupees in Mumbai. उसमें से भी एक दिन के अंदर 1200 रुपए खत्म हो गए थे, but he did not give up, right? That was the most important mantra. Today, whatever empire that he has built, by God's grace and his own hard work, he has done that only and only because of one aspect, which is self-belief. And now he's bringing a difference with his foundation to others. So if you have been inspired with this podcast, share your likes, share your comments in the comment section below, and do share your thoughts. What do you feel about Vaidyanathan sir? He's been an absolute prolific stalwart in the hospitality industry. If you are specifically from the hospitality industry, do figure out ways to get in touch with sir. You will definitely learn a lot. It's been a pleasure and honor hosting sir over here for this episode of Attention World Podcast. We'll see you all very, very soon with another interesting one. Till then, thank you so much. God bless. Take care. Stay safe. And thank you.